Now, the Kenya Revenue Authority collects 95% of the country's ordinary revenue, but the taxman has come under increased pressure owing to rising demand for funds to finance the country's ambitious projects. And now KRA is changing its tack as it seeks greater tax collection. Adelaide Changole tells us more.
The country's narrow tax base, made up primarily of corporate taxpayers, has long been a source of concern for analysts who say the government kept going back to the same beleaguered taxpayers to fund its ever-ambitious growth plans and left a large swathe of the economy to go scot-free.
What we are not succeeding in doing is widening our tax net. We continue with the same taxpayers over and over and over again.
But with the state now ramping up the ante on its projects and unveiling plans to fund projects like the 2.3 trillion shilling LAPSET project, the 327 billion shilling standard gauge railway, the expansion of the country's power generation and distribution system, and the expansion of the country's road network have put increased pressure on the taxman to mobilize more revenues.
Within the next 3 years, it is forecast that KRA will require to collect 5.256 billion.
And now the taxman is finally stepping out of its comfort zone. Speaking during the launch of the 2015 Taxpayer Month, KRA says it will be widening the tax net, raising the number of active taxpayers from the current 1.6 million to 4 million by 2018. And the taxman will be looking at some of the more lucrative but opaque sectors of the economy for these new customers,
such as the more than 700,000 border taxi operators, 1 million small-scale farmers, 2.7 million small-medium enterprise business operators, and of course, more than 100,000 individual landlords.
KRA has already rolled out a campaign giving tax amnesty to landlords who have defaulted on paying rental tax, a move it says will net 3 billion shillings in revenue. But to attract and keep these new taxpayers, KRA is undertaking a change management program to transform itself from a militant enforcer to a more amiable partner to taxpayers.
The KRA of yesteryears is gone, and we now have an authority that is open, responsive and committed to trade facilitation.
The taxman will also enhance the use of technology to make tax compliance easier and also eliminate corruption, which still tops the list of impediments hindering KRA from meeting its targets.
We believe that by providing greater convenience to taxpayers, more and more taxpayers will really come forward to contribute their fair share.
The Taxpayers' Month will culminate in the naming of the country's most distinguished taxpayers later this month. Safaricom has held the title of the largest taxpayer for the last 7 years. Adelaide Changole, KTN Business.